Hello beautiful people and welcome back to the channel. On today's video we're talking about countries you could travel to within the range of 1 million naira. So if you're someone who's in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania or anywhere and you're planning on traveling out of your country, mostly these videos are basically for people like who are just trying to explore the country and the world or the universe, and you have just 1 million naira in your account. So stick into the ending of this video and also make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like, we'll be discussing this in more of episode way. Like there'll be an episode 2 where we'll talk about 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million and above. So if you're someone who has 1 million, then this video is for you. And if you're someone who has more than 1 million, you can still stick around to just know what you could possibly do with just 1 million out of the millions you have in your account. Once again, this is the Traveler, and this is the only channel that bring you important and trending latest information concerning travels. So not to waste your time, let's dive into the video. Now, for instance, if you're someone who's in Nigeria and you're planning on traveling, the first country you could travel to out of Nigeria with just 1 million naira is South Africa. So moving to South Africa currently has become a very big deal for Nigerians, especially now that there's visa requirements for you to enter South Africa. So mostly now, for you to travel to South Africa, you definitely need a visa, or you could actually get visa on arrival, but which is mostly rare because they actually don't do that frequently. So to avoid getting to South Africa and being deported back, you just need to get your visa properly. Some of the documents you might be needing to travel to South Africa is just your passport, your yellow card, your COVID-19 test, and maybe basic your passport and some other things. And most importantly, your visa. To get your visa to South Africa isn't hard. Just go to the embassy, South African embassy. If you're in Nigeria, there's one in Lagos at Victoria Island. So you could just go there, submit your applications, and visa fee is around 40 something thousand naira, which is definitely about maybe 30 to 40 dollars. So that's just it. Then you apply. You don't need an agent because these agents are just gonna take your money and definitely not do anything for you. So you basically don't need an agent to do this for you. So what you're gonna do, once you just get your visa application form, submit it. You can actually apply online. But aside from that, South Africa is a very nice country. It has a mix of black and white, so you could actually go to South Africa and live a peaceful life. But one thing I need to tell you, if you're planning on traveling, travel with motive, travel with plans already. Don't go there and say, when I get there I'll know what to do. No, know what to do now before you travel. Moving on to the second country on our list is Morocco. This is an expo I'm about to give you guys now. The AFCON, as you know, is coming up by December and it's gonna take over to January. So basically, if you're planning on traveling out and you have 1 million naira in your account, this is a good plan. Even the 1 million is definitely gonna take you to Morocco and also reserve some accommodations for you. My bad. So traveling to Morocco is another option with 1 million naira currently. So basically, when you go to Morocco now, you're just gonna travel with the AFCON is coming up, so you could travel with your country. If your country qualifies for the World Cup, or sorry, the AFCON, that's African Cup of Nations, if they qualify for it, so you could just travel because your country qualified. And this is gonna cost you around 400k for your flight ticket, depending on where you're going, but it's never gonna exceed 400,000. And when you travel with 400k, so you still have about 600 to 500k for other reservation, maybe hotel, feeding, and possibly flexing. So Morocco is another good country you definitely love to travel to with your 1 million naira, because Morocco is very close to Spain, just a little border with water that separates Morocco from Spain. So you must know Morocco is a Muslim country. Like 98% of the populations are Muslim, so the 2% are basically Christians and who came in, like people who migrated to the country, but the locals are mostly Muslim. So when you go there, to avoid being arrested or any other thing, try to abide by the rules. What I mean, like Muslims have these good rules of like covering the body, unnecessary dressing are not allowed. So the men and women are not usually allowed in the same room, especially when they are not married. So when you go to Morocco, avoid staying with women in same room, avoid drinking alcohol in public places. Just try as much as possible to abide by the rules, and definitely you're gonna enjoy Morocco. So this is the second country, Morocco. With your 1 million naira, you're gonna have a peaceful flight, a nice accommodation for the meantime, and also eat some good food in Morocco while you travel. And mind you, try to change your money to dollars when you get to these countries so that you could spend wisely, because the local currency won't give you good exchange rates. Anyways, moving on to the third country is Egypt. Egypt has been on the list for top destination for tourism and tourists as a whole. So traveling to Egypt is actually one of the best plans you should make for yourself right now. With 1 million naira, you could get to Egypt from anywhere you're going to. 1 million naira is like about $1,000. So in case you're not using naira, just know that $1,000 is what we're talking about here. With just $1,000, you could travel to Egypt and also make some reservation for yourself. Flight ticket from Lagos to Nigeria is about 550 as of the time I made this video, about 550 to 600k. So going to Egypt isn't that expensive, and also Egypt is a very nice country. Cairo is a big city with a lot of tourist places, so getting visa to Egypt won't be that of a hassle because you will just apply as a tourist, and Egyptians love tourism and tourists as whole. So when you apply as a tourist, definitely they're going to grant you visa, maybe 90 days visa, 60 days visa. So when you get there, you could renew your visa and just make sure you stay out of problem, and also don't do crime, because if you do crime, you're definitely gonna do the time. So Egypt is a nice country, and trust me, let me give you an expo. If you're going to Egypt maybe for business or for reservation, relaxing, vacations, you're definitely gonna enjoy Egypt if you're traveling for vacations. Egypt is a very nice place with a lot of tourism, attraction sites, pardon me for that, that you're gonna enjoy. Anyway, so traveling to Egypt is a very nice option, especially now that Egypt economy is also on the rise. So traveling to Egypt to do any kind of thing, maybe business, is definitely gonna work out for you. And if you're looking for a job, maybe greener pastures, you want to leave your country, Egypt is another good option. And Egypt is also an Arabic country, very close to some other countries that are mostly white populated. So you're definitely gonna get more access. And mind you, when you get married to an Egyptian, Egypt passport is very strong, so that's gonna help you travel more. It does if you don't have a Nigerian passport, because that's one of the weakest passports currently. So moving on to the fourth country you will definitely love to travel to is Ethiopia. In as much as people are thinking like, Ethiopia, why would I travel to? Just remember that Ethiopia is the only country that was never colonized in Africa. So a lot of countries, when the Western people came over to Africa, they colonized a lot of African countries like Nigeria, Togo, Ghana, Kenya, so many of them. They were, even Egypt as a whole was colonized. So Ethiopia was the only country that was never colonized. They said no and they stood on their word. So that's it. Ethiopia has a better hand, better chances of survival, even though their economy isn't the best. But at least for you to want to travel to Ethiopia, you should definitely know the reason why you should want to travel there. I've also encouraged you to make some research by yourself online. Know the reason why you're going to this place. Is that place actually fits for you? So do this research by yourself, for yourself, and also make sure you don't get scammed, because in Ethiopia, most tourism or tourist people has actually complained of being, and so just go there, do your thing, and move on. So that's the number 4 on our list, and the 5th on our list is no other country than Algeria. Many people mistake Algeria for Nigeria. That's because of the name, and the flag kind of look familiar. They both have that green and white stuff. So that's it. They both have green and white. Coming to Nigeria is a good country, but in Nigeria, I can't possibly be in Nigeria and still want to come to Nigeria. No, I'm actually looking for a way to travel out of Nigeria. So basically, Algeria is the next option because it's a white country, basically, and it's in Africa. The passport level is strong. You don't, the visa requirement isn't that much, so you could easily get visa and also live peacefully. I hope this video really makes it to your screen, and if it does, please do it to subscribe to this channel and tell us which country we left out. Probably many people will say Kenya, Tanzania. Yes, these countries are good, but are basically good for tourism. If you're going there for sightseeing, vacation, you definitely enjoy Tanzania because of Zanzibar, and also Kenya. But if you're going there for greener pasture, to look for a good job and blah blah blah, I think you should have a second thought on those countries according to my research. And this is not based on personal opinion. This is actually what I've seen and what I've read about, and based on my research, this is what I discovered. So, and if you're also thinking, why didn't I mention Seychelles? Seychelles is a very small country. Opportunities are small and very rare, so it's definitely not going to be your best option to go to Seychelles for greener pasture. Maybe you just want to relax and feel the vibe of European influence in Africa, then you can go to Seychelles. But aside from that, please just try other countries and make your research properly, and also do well to give me a thumbs up, you know how we do here. Once again, this is a traveler, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay blessed, and please don't forget to come around to check out the episode 2, 3, 4, because we do this more often, and definitely this will blow up. I hope this video goes viral anyways, but I'm just doing it. Let's see how it goes.